Beneath 500 meters of solid ice in Antarctica, where sunlight has never reached, life still exists. In that eternal darkness, isolated microscopic organisms and tiny creatures have survived for thousands of years. Above them lies an ice sheet nearly 5 kilometers thick. From the surface, Antarctica looks like a vast, empty white desert, silent and lifeless. But beneath that frozen surface lies a hidden world full of extraordinary mysteries. There are rivers flowing in reverse, lakes larger than entire cities, active volcanoes, and ancient air bubbles trapped for millions of years, locked inside the largest freshwater reserve on Earth. Today, powerful nations are racing to gain control over this hidden treasure. China is building new permanent research stations, while Russia is conducting geological surveys. But what exactly are they searching for beneath the ice? To find the answer, we must descend deep into Antarctica's frozen depths. Antarctica is the 5th largest continent on Earth, larger than the combined size of the United States and Mexico. Around 70% of the planet's fresh water is locked within its ice sheets, which are so thick they could bury the European Alps entirely. To find the answer, we must descend deep into Antarctica's frozen depths. Antarctica is the 5th largest continent on Earth, larger than the combined size of the United States and Mexico. Around 70% of the planet's fresh water is locked within its ice sheets, which are so thick they could bury the European Alps entirely. It is the coldest, driest, and windiest place on Earth. During winter, the sun doesn't rise for months. Temperatures can drop to minus 90 degrees Celsius, and violent winds sweep across the land. Yet even in such extreme conditions, life persists. Penguins and seals gather along the icy coasts. Beneath the ocean, strange fish roam. Even in the deep, dark waters under the ice, microorganisms and shrimp-like creatures manage to survive. Nature, it seems, finds a way to exist everywhere. Antarctica's ice is like a vast archive of time. Each year, snowfall accumulates and compresses into layers, like rings in a tree trunk. Each layer holds a record of Earth's past. Tiny air bubbles trapped within the ice preserve samples of ancient atmospheres. By drilling deep into the ice, scientists have recovered cores containing air from up to 1.2 million years ago. These samples reveal incredible details. When the Sahara was once green, when mammoths roamed the Earth, and how carbon dioxide levels were once half of what they are today. The ice remembers everything, but that's only the surface story. Deeper below lies an entire hidden water world. Thousands of underground rivers and lakes stretch beneath Antarctica like a vast network. Some of these lakes are larger than cities and have existed without sunlight for millions of years. Sometimes water suddenly shifts beneath the ice, causing the surface above to rise and fall, like something moving deep within the frozen ground. Occasionally, this hidden world reveals itself. One example is the mysterious red waterfall, known as Blood Falls, flowing from the Taylor Glacier. At first glance, it looks like blood pouring out of the ice. Scientists later discovered that it comes from ancient salt water trapped beneath the glacier, rich in iron. When the water reaches the surface, the iron reacts with oxygen and turns red. This phenomenon shows how nutrients from beneath the ice flow into the ocean, supporting marine ecosystems. The iron feeds microscopic algae, which are eaten by krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures. And krill, in turn, sustain the largest animal on Earth, the blue whale. Once nearly driven to extinction by human hunting, blue whales are slowly recovering. But how they will adapt to changing oceans remains uncertain. Going even deeper, we reach Lake Vostok, a subglacial lake, buried beneath ice for millions of years. Scientists believe it may contain forms of life never seen anywhere else on Earth. In fact, more than 700 subglacial lakes have been discovered beneath Antarctica. In some of them, researchers have already found microbial life and even tiny swimming organisms. This proves that life can exist in the most extreme environments. That's why scientists believe similar life might exist beneath the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Now let's uncover Antarctica's hidden land beneath the ice. For a long time, no one knew what lay below. But now we know there are massive mountain ranges and deep valleys buried beneath the ice. The Gamburtsev Mountains are as tall as the Alps. The Denman Canyon is the deepest land canyon on Earth, over 3.5 kilometers deep, yet completely hidden under ice. In West Antarctica, scientists have also discovered numerous dormant volcanoes. Though they don't erupt, they slowly melt the ice from below. Fossils found in the rock reveal that Antarctica was once a green, thriving land, part of the ancient supercontinent Gondwana. It had forests, rivers, and diverse life. Over millions of years, it drifted toward the South Pole and became frozen, but traces of that ancient world still remain. This is Antarctica's hidden treasure, and the reason global powers are so interested. Geologists believe that beneath the ice may lie vast reserves of coal, oil, gas, and rare minerals worth trillions of dollars. For now, these resources remain untouched. Under the 1959 Antarctic Treaty, the continent is reserved for peace and scientific research. Mining and military activities are strictly prohibited. However, in 2048, the treaty will be reviewed for the first time. If restrictions are lifted, a new race for resources could begin. Even now, Russia is conducting surveys for oil and gas. China is expanding its presence by building more stations. Meanwhile, other nations are gradually losing influence. But Antarctica is extremely fragile. Its ice, oceans, and ecosystems are deeply interconnected. A disturbance in one can affect everything else. A balance formed over millions of years could collapse in just decades. For now, the treaty has kept Antarctica peaceful. But 2048 is not far away, and when that time comes, the future of Antarctica will be decided.